Hi, I'm Wendy from Wordy Studios. In this video, we are going to go over applying a transfer tape decal that is too big for you to physically manage in your arms in one go. We'll be using what's known as a tape hinge method. And the tools that you will need is your decal, of course, some painter's tape, a pair of scissors, and your squeegee, or just a credit card or a gift card will work fine. You don't need a squeegee. And a level is helpful if your design is something that needs to be perfectly level. So what you will do first is figure out the placement for your decal up on the wall. You will hold it against the wall. If you're using a level, you will want to level using the design, an edge of the design, and not the edge of the paper. It's never perfectly square on the paper, so you will want to level using the edge of the design. In this case, we're going to use the bottom of the letters to level, so we need to bring it up this way a little bit. And this is where it might be handy if you have a friend to help you hold things in place and step back and look at your alignment. But once you have your placement set, go ahead and tack your decal in place with a couple of pieces of painter's tape just here and there to hold it in place. You put one on the corners. And then what we're going to do is create a hinge down the middle of the decal using the painter's tape. So you just take one big piece of tape, stick it down the middle of the decal and smooth it on the wall so it's securely attached. And then what this will allow us to do is apply 1/2 of the decal at a time. First this half, and then we'll do this half. So you'll remove these two little tape pieces. I like to go stick them over here on this other side to help hold that in place. And you're going to take this side of the decal and fold it back on itself. Now you're going to start to remove this backing paper. You'll start at a corner. Start to roll it away from the transfer tape. Use your other hand to hold the transfer tape in place. Now as you're peeling the backing paper away, you want to make sure you don't pull out and away. You keep your hand flat against the wall to slowly and carefully peel the backing paper off of the decal. Once you get all of the backing paper removed, you can cut or simply tear this portion of the backing paper away. Now, holding on to both corners of your decal, you're going to flip it back on the wall. Make sure that you don't let it fold onto itself. Starting in the middle, you just want to lightly smooth out with your hand. And from the center out to the corners. So, just very lightly. Now, we're going to remove the backing paper from this side. So we'll take our little pieces of tape off. Leave the big one in the middle. Fold this side of the decal back on itself. You're going to have to fold a little bit further so that you can get all the way to the edge of this transfer tape. And again, we're going to start in a corner. You don't want to start in this corner, you want to start in this corner so that you can hold the decal in place. Start separating it from the tape. Hold the tape in place with one hand. Again, keep everything flat to the wall. Go slowly. If you see any pieces of your decal lifting up with this backing paper, be sure to roll the backing paper back in place, rub it down, and then start again. Okay, once your backing paper is removed, holding both corners, flip this side back onto the wall. Smooth out from the center, very lightly with your hands. Smooth out all the edges of the decal. And now you can go ahead and remove this piece of tape. Now you'll take your squeegee or your credit card, it doesn't matter what you use, and starting from the center out, and go over every part of the decal, rub down in all different directions, making sure every part of the decal is stuck to the wall. This is exactly like we did this in the basic decal application video. We're doing the same thing. Once you've smoothed over every part of your decal, making sure if you have a very detailed design that you've gone very carefully over all the little tiny curls and points, periods, dots on I's, things like that. Then it's time to remove the transfer tape. You'll start at a corner and start rolling, keeping it flat to the wall. Again, it's very important not to peel up and away from the wall like this. This will cause your decal to lift off with the transfer tape and tear the decal. Just going slowly. Work your way along the whole design. If any part of the decal starts to lift off with the tape, you would just roll it back in place, rub it down to the wall, and then start again. At this point, my hands are just flat against the wall and I'm just sliding the transfer tape flat against the wall. And voila, you're finished. If you have any other questions, you can contact us at our online shop. The link for that is